state are you in?
I live in Tennessee. And plus,
Man,
my
I have
dad,
to.
I got my dad
Yeah.
living with me at the same time.
Dude, I feel that to the fullest. I live with my dad also. My uncle and my dad lived together for years and years when
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mother and my dad divorced because he's crazy and lives on a state check, so he only gets
yeah.
like a G note a month, and so he moved to my uncle, but my uncle just died last summer.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
worked as a bus driver for the state, bringing the mentally handicapped to their
Yeah, yeah.
programs and stuff. And then he retired 2 years ago, and out of life fucking throws you curveballs, and
Oh, I know.
fucking from his diabetes kicked in, and it was the option to take his foot, but they told him if we take the foot, the infection could come back, and we'll have to take it the rest of it up to the knee, or you can take the knee now, from the knee down. So he
Yeah.
did that, and then he just kind of got depressed, man, and sat in the chair and just withered away a little bit.
I'd imagine so. That's a big trauma.
Yeah, man, it fucked him up a lot.
And my best
So,
friend got his hand caught in the conveyor belt at the factory I worked at. So he's dealing with that too. He's missing a pinky.
jeez. Is he? Dude, my dad's got a fucking almost the same type of thing. He worked at Ice House years back, sliding the big ice blocks through the conveyor.
Yeah,
When you posted those pictures of like you and your family, you had to be out there camping all the time. We
yeah,
had the sheriff show up. What was that? What was that like? Like, tell us a bit about your childhood, a little bit, like that kind of upbringing.
well, it was very interspersed. Like I wasn't homeless all the time, but there was a good period of time where we in and out of campgrounds and off-road little camping locations.
Right.
So I think I would say it's probably like a 3-year part of my life. But besides that, we were just moving from one house to the other. I've been through so many states and stuff because we were constantly being driven away because of landlords or not being able to pay or this or that. So I've
I
been
feel that, bud.
I've lived everywhere. I would say, if I had to say off the top of my head, I would say Tennessee, Colorado, Texas, Maryland, Delaware, uh, California, Arizona. Let's see. There's probably some other. Did I already say Florida? A whole lot more.
You guys didn't just move right next door. You just were jumping. I feel
Oh yeah.
that though, buddy. I feel
Oh
that,
yeah.
man.
So I've been all over the
Fucking
place. I had to drop out of high school because I was like, by the time I would have graduated high school, I probably would have been like 20 years old. So I just kind of had to nip it.
I do the same thing, man. My mother lived on a check, bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I had to just go to work, just to when living with no cable, that's fine. But when the lights go off,
Oh yeah. So you ever
you
have
can't
to
do shit with no
boil?
fucking lights, man.
You ever have to boil stream water?
I've had to boil fucking shitty water to take a bath. Absolutely, Bubba.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we did whenever our electric or water got cut off. We just went down to the nearby stream and got water and then boiled that shit.
I was living in fucking Virginia years back,
Yeah.
and living in like a stationary trailer park. But so people I was living with, they technically own the fucking thing, I guess,
Yeah.
but you're still paying rent, which is crazy. But you also have to pay the water bill. Well, the fucking water went off. But there's a trick when they turn your water off.
Yeah.
You can actually get like almost like a crowbar type thing and go right in there. They're right in the front yard of every of the trailers. And if you just get this, it almost looks like a crowbar, but the prongs are different. It looks like
Yeah, yeah.
if you ever had that tool that takes out the bathtub screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just get it down there far enough and boom,
There
water's
you
back
go.
on.
My mom was pretty crafty about it. My mom was able to get the electric turned back on a couple times after they turned the shit off.
Yeah, well, my mom kind of did that too, because when I was growing up, I had tuberculosis as a kid, so
Ooh.
my fucking lungs are scarred as fuck, and then I was a severe asthmatic, so they legally they can turn it off, but she can get it back on because legally I need it fucking to have nebulizers, and when the winter hits and shit, dude, my lungs turn to shit.
It's still mess with you really, really bad to this day, or is it kind of subsided?
Yeah, no, I hit a hospital. Well, now I smoke though, which is a horrible idea. But I usually hit a hospital at least 4 or 5 times a year, like in there, like nebulizered out, like.
Yeah, yeah. something that's consistent in my life is I get a hernia at least every 10 years. As a toddler, I had one. I had one in my belly button, and then as a child, I had a testicular, and just recently, when I was still working in the factory, I had it in groinial. So it just seems to happen every 10 years.
You usually have to have surgery to fix it, don't you? Or
Yeah, I've got
sometimes?
surgery. Yeah, it's like, bro, you got to deal with that. You can tell the hospital to fuck off about the bills, but you got to get it dealt with eventually. I was carrying full-size logs up a mountain to build a treehouse.
Yeah, and that'll make the fucking thing pop. I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like at 13 years old.
I want to talk about the Count Olaf depiction you did, because your facial expressions there, that was key. How did you get in character for that? What'd you do?
I've just been a big fan of the original series for the most part. I'm more of a Jim Carrey guy. So when I heard that I could do Count Olaf and with the stipendium, I was really, really excited. So, this was just like my normal. Like a lot of my other acting things, I have to like kind of go out of my bubble a little bit more. But with the Olaf, I just had to act crazy and manic, and that's more of my borderline personality.
I feel that one. Just go fucking full nutty buddy.
Yeah. Doing this is easy, but doing this is a little harder.
Got it? A little bit?
I had to teach myself. I had to do this type of thing for a long time, and then I
yeah.
just did. And then my eyebrows just got into work.
I used to be able to fucking freak my mother out years ago. I can't do it anymore, but just one night from, I don't know, I was like 6, 7, I was just rubbing my eyes in the morning, and then boop, my just flipped over.
Oh,
I used to just be able to go like this and just pull it up, and it would just, I can't do it. It was great.
Yeah.
She fucking came in, and I'm just rubbing my eyes. She's like, wake up, and I just, what? And she's like,
The thing that used to be the big thing for me as a kid is I was always put like safety pins through my skin. That's what freaked people out.
I remember when I was younger too. I fucking went in my mother's room. She had like an earrings dish in there, and like started seeing the cool kids like with earrings. So I grabbed the safety pin in her mirror, and it just was like, came out like, look, mom. And I did it the wrong fucking year, because back then I remember
the
right was like supposedly gay. Yeah. So looking in the mirror, I did it in the wrong fucking.
I don't think Moro is a bad guy, but he just does nothing. About him as an entertainer, he's a terrible entertainer. If we're talking about him as a person, I think he's
no, I haven't. I'm behind a lot. Can we explain a little backstory on this tomorrow?
Season 1. This is before I was ever involved in the feature. There's in the feature, Moro was this Hispanic guy, kind of a little fat, and he was a contestant. He was chill, but his entire personality and his entire brand was that he just drank alcohol all the time and didn't do shit. Then they brought him back for this like Blood Games spin-off, which is kind of like a fantasy thing they did for a minute that I was a part of. And then, he was doing the same thing. He was drinking and doing basically nothing. But he had the gall to be like, you owe me $3,000 for doing fuck all.
Why would you owe him?
Now I'm talking about the
production.
Crew.
Yeah.
Oh, so they called me the alcoholic. Meanwhile, Jobe would drink and just fall on his face or fall into walls.
But at least you're an entertaining alcoholic. He did nothing. But, it was a funny bit. You and Frank. Frank's a pretty decent guy.
But I really just wish I could have hit him with a shovel.
I feel like a lot of people have that same sentiment about
Frank. Well, dude, my dad always told me if he's bigger than you and you fucking can't win in a fair fight, fucking pick up something bigger than he is. I whipped the fucking toaster at him.
Hawks. This is kind of like a little passion project by real Seth Harris. That's STHHRS. He basically just invited a whole bunch of fish tank people to be a part of the movie and whatever. And me and Seth, I was a part of his very first production, like on a big scale, in terms of fish tank at least. So he brought me back, and I worked with Jimmy with it, and we're like retired detectives trying to like solve this big mystery. It's kind of corny, kind of Kung Pao-ish, but it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be very, very fun.
I guess my invite got lost in the mail.
If they're willing to put Alex in there, I'm sure you'll get one at some point.
Don't take anything personal, but I was fucking throwing shots at you guys. Watching.
Oh yeah, what'd you say?
Those comments.
What'd you say?
I'm not even sure.
That's why I'm like, I can't take Alex seriously. But I don't hate Alex, but he definitely is a talker.
He's my buddy, dude. He's my buddy. But
Yeah.
that was just it was a little pathetic.
Yeah, I didn't like the shit talk. When he was...
Me and Joe put on a better match in fucking a minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, in the community, I'm kind of known as the boxer guy, not because I know what I'm doing, but because I hit really hard.
Yeah.
In season 2, I was trying to fight Sam Hyde, and he subbed in Ben, and I somehow won the fight despite not having any experience or anything. So after a certain amount of time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy, and whether I win or lose, I think it's saying something.
What I've always heard in life, man, it doesn't matter, man. It's win, lose, draw, or blood.
Yeah.
Go in like a gladiator.
I'd be like,
Oh,
Ooh, that's
haymaker.
That's the over-the-shoulder haymaker. Ooh.
Furry commissions.
I'm an artist, and for the longest time, I tried to do like safe, family-friendly art, and try to be popular off of that, and I saw nothing happen with that. So I was like,
nobody wants family-friendly.
Yeah, no. So at a certain point, I was like, okay, let me open up some porn commissions on a separate.
Oh, gee.
And I was doing it with humans and stuff for the longest time, and that didn't get no traction. But as soon as I started accepting furries, I made money. So I'm not even gonna complain about that.
$20 is $20.
I made $2,000. However you feel about furries, it doesn't matter to me because money is money, and it's green whether you take it or not.
Do you have something on paper?
Basically, it's been a long-running joke for ever since season 2 that I would make my own Greg tank at a certain point, but I don't want to do it one for one. I want to add a spin on it because that's the problem is that a lot of people just want to take fish tank and do it over and over and over. They're not trying
like American Dude Lodge.
People just want to do this fish tank thing one for one every single time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a little spin on it. So seGREGated is basically a week-long stream that's also 24/7, but there's only one person in this area, and crew comes and mess with them. But this is more a matter of content, not a matter of social dynamics. Like fish tank kind of plays into social dynamics. So like, how would they react? How would they act when we're not around?
When Frank Castle shows up.
Yeah, well, Frank Castle's gonna be on mine. So me and him are chill.
God!
This is more focused on the content aspect. So I'm gonna be doing like 100 challenges and 100 like content different ideas over the course of 7 days. That's like 14 challenges a day.
Who created the challenges?
Me, Frank, some of my crew.
Oh,
we're all working
Jesus.
together.
How extreme.
I'm definitely not pulling any weenie shit. Like some of them are wholesome, chill activities.
You're not gonna shit in a closet, are you?
Nah, I'm not doing that. There's a bathroom, basically. It's a 3-room.
Okay.
It's a 3-room area. That's a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. We got things like dance for an hour straight, which is pretty tame.
Right.
All the way to
Give up after 15 minutes.
Jenga electric shock therapy. We also got laxative operation. We got therapy with Frank. Chug a gallon of milk. We got covering yourself with tape. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? There's
That's fucking hard. Have you actually watched that show?
I'm not gonna act like everything's fear factor on my show, but basically it can go from chill to very crazy. For what it's worth, Jeff, even if a lot of people didn't like you, I thought you were really funny on the show.
No, I'm just fucking a mess, dude. That's all. And I did fuck up. I didn't steal Luke's shit.
It's been the Jeff and Jobe shit show. We love you, Greg. Thanks for coming on.
Jobe, you fucking piece of shit.
Next time, hopefully,
Everybody
Jobe
say
shows up.
fuck Jobe.
Fuck Jobe.
2, no.
1. Fuck Jobe.
He's still fucking it up.